Well, it's been a long, hot day down at the boat yard. I've been moving some boats around, and my production staff insisted that we shoot this tonight, so here I am. And I'm looking at a stack of emails that we've gotten here, and this one certainly happens to be appropriate for the kind of day that I had today. I was moving a 53-foot Shannon around very tight marina, and we had to get an afternoon wind up here in Rhode Island, and foul wind, tight marina, $1 million boats, the usual thing I've had for most of my life. No room, no anything, especially this time of the year, and got myself into a real jam today. So, and this is very appropriate. Basically, paraphrasing what I'm reading here, it's about tools and what tools would I carry and never leave home without sort of thing. What tools should you always carry? And today is a very interesting situation because of what happened. We had enough tools on this boat to rebuild the engine and probably build half an interior. Because we're commissioning the boat, we'd step the masts, we'd be commissioning the engines and the air conditioning and all that stuff. And as backing out and jockeying around a big monster powerboat, down at this yard, they have some moorings set up because there's such a swell in this boat yard from wakes and stuff that they set some moorings with mooring pennants so that they can spring the boats off the dock to keep them from rolling up against the docks and scratching all the fancy paint. And as I was jockeying and having a boatyard twist and shout maneuver, backing it up with a crosswind, I didn't see the mooring ball, and backed up and got too close to it. And sure in hell, as I went to go forward, we fouled the mooring pennant, which is a long line down there for spring, as I said, spring the boats off, got wrapped on the propeller, naturally. So here I am with a very, very expensive new boat, and I'm moored by the stern to the propeller, with the wind blowing all over the place, and some very, very expensive boats all around me, and I'm moored by the stern to this crazy mooring ball. And here we had a lot of tools, and I say I had 4 guys with me, each had their own toolbox. I had my toolbox, so we had a lot of tools. But there was this much time, it was a blink, a heartbeat, as the wind got a hold of me, and there was a scramble with everyone looking at me on what in the world to do. And I said, quick, cut it, cut the line. It was just a long pennant, it looked to be about maybe a half-inch piece of Samson braid. I said, cut that pennant, and we'll deal with it, we'll get the hell out of here. And my guys all scramble, because it's Samson braid, and everybody's kind of looking at each other in their toolboxes and everything. And what they didn't have, my All-Stars, my Shannon All-Stars, was one of these, all right? So if I had to answer that question for all the tools that we had aboard, the one thing that you want to be sure you never get on a boat without is a jackknife. And not just any jackknife, by the way. It's important for cutting Samson braid, and we'll see if we can get a camera on this a little closer, to have a serrated blade edge, like a little sawtooth blade. A smooth edge blade will not cut through Samson braid very easily or quickly, and a razor knife takes some doing. And with a serrated blade like this, you can hack right through it. very, very quickly. And then I handed my knife, this knife, to Louis, who hacked right through the line, and we drove out, and I was able to reverse the boat, and we were able to get the line off. And what also goes with this knife, and I've had quite a few knives over the years, mostly end up dropping them in the water. I was given by one of the magazines a titanium blade on a knife, and while I was prying something, a titanium blade no less. No wonder the space shuttles have so much trouble. Snapped right off. So this is just a stainless steel blade. It also has this Marlin spike at the end of it. It's a little pointed device that comes in handy for just about everything. Mostly you can stick it in a shackle and turn it, but what it really does is it enables you to open up a knot. Somebody ties a bad knot on a boat when they're tying up a line, and they cinch something up and you can't pry it open. This is the weapon, this Marlin spike, that enables you to pry the line open and get it untwisted. So I guess it's appropriate, based on the kind of day I had today, to say that what tool would I never leave home without it. And obviously I'm standing here doing this video, and reach right in my pocket. You know, after you've been doing this as long as I've been doing it, you become very, very conscious about having a knife. It's become a real nightmare as I move around now with airports and stuff, because I actually tried to get on a plane and forgot about this knife and damn near got arrested. So you want to be careful about having to check knives and stuff. But I think if there was one thing, and obviously I get up every morning and I have a knife on my belt, it would be a knife with a serrated blade too, that you can cut through. I know they have these Leathermen and these fancy things that open up and they twist and they fold and open up to everything but a child car seat. When you're all done with it, it just keeps folding and folding. Very, very clever. And I have one of those. I carry it in a toolbox. I don't carry it on my pants because it's got all different blades. But the one I have, by the way, does not have a serrated blade for cutting through Samson braid. Most of the lines, by the way, is Samson type braid now instead of the old twisted lines that we had years ago when I first started out. So appropriately, my big tip for tonight, the tool never to leave home without and be able to reach and get it out real quick, is a jackknife.